Okay, this is my 2005 Cadillac STS. I had to change out my radiator, and I'm going to show you how you get to it. I didn't film the removal of the radiator just because it took so long, because I didn't know where everything is, but I can still give you a very good idea. First you want to do is take off your little cover right here. Then what I did is I removed this air tube. Then here's your mass airflow sensor with the piece that holds your air filter. Take that out the way. And that has a connector, which is that red piece right there. And once I removed that, the radiator would still be sitting here. I took off the upper radiator hose, which goes right here, connects to the top of the radiator right here. Then there's some other hoses that connect to the thermostat housing. That's this. You have one that connects to the top right here, and then here's your bottom radiator hose that connects right there. And then if you follow the radiator hose, this is the bottom, which would connect to the bottom of the radiator. The radiator itself is held in by these two straps at the top. You simply just pull them off. There's a screw right here, and then you just pull it off. It's like a rubber seal that's holding it in on both sides. And here's your radiator. But before you get to the radiator, there's 4 screws on the inside of the radiator facing the engine, where your fan and fan shroud sit. So the fan shroud is connected by those 4 screws in the front, and then it has 2 wire harnesses that are located right here. Here's one, and here's the other. I taped them because I didn't want any debris to get up in there. Then on your fan shroud, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 screw locations. These screws, these holes are here to hold 2 lines. One is the AC line, and the other is your power steering hose. Here's your power steering hose. You can see here, right here's a clip, here's a clip, and then on your AC lines, these 2. So that's the inside of the radiator. Then on the back side, on the driver's side, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. A clip holds it up here. A clip attaches the intercooler up here, and a clip attaches the intercooler down here. And then over here on this side, you just have 1, 2, 3, and that also holds the intercooler. These little side pieces, they go this way. It holds this little rubber insulator to keep everything cool, and that's the outside of your radiator. Then down here at the bottom, this is where your radiator sits. and these little slots right here. That's where the radiator sits down. And right here on the left side, if you're facing the car, which is the passenger side, this is the drain plug. So when you actually turn the drain plug and it's in the car, it will drain out from up under this little grommet. So then when you go to install the radiator back, you just do everything in reverse. Now, the fun part comes, in order to get access to pretty much all the screws that are on the outside of the radiator facing the front of the car, you have to take your grill off. And by doing that, you gain access. Plus, it's the only way you can get to these two bolts that are hold the radiator down, radiator straps. It's actually much easier than it might look. The the whole grill just sits like that. You pop these little clips. You pop the little clip, take it out. There's roughly 6 on the top. There's roughly 6 on the top. And you come over here to the side in the wheel well, and then you pop. There's 1, 2, 3 more little clips on the inside. You pop that open, then you reach in, and there's this screw right here that goes through this hole. And I put the screw back just so I wouldn't lose it. And then there's a lining screw that lines up with a little slot up under here. So once you take this screw out, and then underneath there's another 10 to 12 little clips. You pop all those little clips out. Then you take your grill and you lift it up and slide it out. And then you have to be careful because it'll dangle, because your lights, the 2 bottom lights and your side light, is still connected to the harness. And you simply, the side one, it simply twists, and then this is just, it just plugs in. So when you take all those off, the grill completely moves out of the way. And then this is what you're left with. And now as you can see that you have plenty of access to get to the holes on the intercooler. So I'm just going to do everything in reverse, and it should go pretty smooth. Now, since I have everything apart, I actually have access, very easy access, to my serpentine belts. There's 2. Here is the tensioner for the first belt. It goes around the pulley, it goes around the water pump, it goes around the AC and the power steering. That's the serpentine belt on the outside. Then the serpentine belt on the inside, it has its tensioner down here, and it goes around your alternator and also the this big pulley. And I actually need to replace this, but it makes it so easy because you got super access. Super access. And that is pretty much to that. So I'll go ahead and get my new radiator. Which I ordered it online. And that's how it came. And the new radiator looks identical to the old radiator. Here's your upper radiator hose. The upper radiator connection. And this is where you connect it to the lower. And those are plastic. Now, where mine broke, the reason why I have to replace mine is right here at the top. You have a return hose, and as you can see, that's where it just snapped off right here. And this is what snapped off. A little plastic piece. So if when you ever change that return hose, be very, very careful. This is the return hose. It goes right here. It looks like this little T that sits right on top of the radiator. It connects to your reservoir right here. Then connects to the engine right there. And then the third location is it connects to the radiator, and that's where it broke. I was taking it off because this thing had a leak, and that caused all my problems with the radiator. So it just simply, just attaches right there. Alright, well, I hope that helps somebody to find the location of bolts and screws and clips and everything, because it took me about 5 to 7 hours just because I didn't know where any of the bolts were. Any of the holes were and the screws, but hey, it should only take me about an hour and a half to put everything back together, and then be good to go. Well, after I change my serpentine belt. Alright.